So I actually have a question. I saw like this whole, I think it was actually a Reddit thread. Somehow I ended up on Reddit and not TikTok. Um, but they're talking about how people were arguing back and forth over which Avengers would have been at T'Challa's funeral. Have you read any of this?
I've seen this discourse.
And like, but the biggest argument is out of all of them, 100% Bucky should have been there.
Oh, Bucky would have been there. Bucky would have been like,
Yeah.
he would have got his
Yeah.
plans. He would have got over there. He would
And
have
then
bought
there's
a
just
dish,
like
and everybody wouldn't eat it because it's like he made it himself, but he
yeah.
tried.
Right. Yeah.
It's definitely got raisins in them
Yeah.
in that potato salad. But he's like,
Yeah, but I remember thinking, why isn't there any other Avengers in here? Surely they have a big enough budget to put someone in here. But I think 100%, 100% at the very, very, very least, the Bucky would have been there.
The only
You know,
pushback I have on Bucky not being there, and it's a very slim pushback, is that we know Bucky is really hard on himself when he fucks up, like, you know, his whole Winter Soldier
yes.
stage.
Okay.
The last time we saw him and people from Wakanda interact, they were fucking deactivating this nigga's arm. Like,
he was getting his
he
ass
probably
kicked.
was on some like, maybe this ain't the best time to show up in Wakanda again. After the last time I saw them, they pretty much waxed me and deactivated my arm. Like,
and took my
I
arm
feel
off.
like he probably had some dilemma type of thing here. Where,
But I
let's be
do
real.
still think he's loyal enough that he would have figured out a way to sneak in and at least maybe not make
Also,
himself known, but be there.
I heard this that maybe in Wakanda funerals are a closed practice, so he
Right.
wasn't invited.
Well,
on
everything in
purpose.
Wakanda is a close practice.
So therefore,
that
they
is
wouldn't
a
invite him to the
terrible
water.
argument.
Except for the water. Bucky could have swam
Yeah.
for
he
miles
swam.
on in.
Yeah. I don't know. I just that's what people love. I don't know if we talked about this last time because it was such a blur because I was so nervous talking about Black Panther, but
That's right.
but the cameos were lacking, right?
I mean,
Like,
the only
in
cameo
that
they had
movie.
was Everett Ross and Valentina Shevchenko was not the girl, the Countessa. Yeah, but like I understand because I think Ryan Coogler did not want this to be like a spectacle movie. Like, oh, look at all these other heroes. I mean, it is what it is. He's trying to,
You made it a 2.5-hour memorial. It's already a spectacle. Like, what the fuck? Give us some Avengers. I don't like. We live for the cameos. I don't know.
I wouldn't have minded if it
understand,
was a
but-
post-credit scene too, like showing, like, I don't know, like showing some of the Avengers' reactions to this.
Yes.
I wouldn't have minded if that would have
Yeah.
been like. But
Yeah.
I get it. I get it. I
We
get
had
it.
to watch
Particularly, like-
87 movies of them doing homage to stupid Tony Stark and constantly crying about him. Like,
Well,
you can't
firstly,
give us
like
one tier for
most of the
T'Challa?
Avengers are like dead. So like you know,
Yes.
Steve Rogers is dead. Tony Stark is dead. The Hulk is, you know, I don't know, fucking on another planet. Like, so there's not really like only people that really knew T'Challa was Bucky, and
Right. And what the fuck is he doing? Sebastian Stan
And that's
totally done a cameo. No, because you still have what's his name? Rhodey. Rhodey's alive.
Rhodey. Oh, I personally, if it were me and I were making the movie, you know, Rhodey and Sam would have been there because I would have put all the black folk in there. They
Yeah,
would've all been
100%.
there.
I mean,
Why
Luke
didn't
Cage.
they
out of
do
what-
it?
Yeah,
I
Luke
don't-
Cage would have been brought back.
He's right
You don't
there
even know
for
him.
you.
Right.
Blade would have been there for some reason.
Yeah, Blade would have been.
I don't know why they didn't. I don't know. Yeah. Rhodey should have
I
been
would've
there. I think
introduced-
Sam could have been there. I just
I would have totally introduced the X-Men with freaking Storm walking up like, oh, that's my baby daddy.
Everybody
God,
black
Storm
and
is
Marvel
like-
would have been there.
Storm is so freaking cool. She's
What was
did you
the
ever-
homeboy that was hanging out with Jessica Jones that was on crack originally? He'd have been in Wakanda. Like,
Oh yeah.
Come on in. Don't touch the vibranium, but come on in.
Everybody would have been out there.
Yeah, exactly. He would have pulled it off random people in the streets. Like, come on in.
I am honestly surprised in the MCU there's not like a mass exodus of Black Americans or even other blacks of the diaspora out there to Wakanda. Like there should be like gates and chains around their stuff because like there's an
There would
Afro-futurist
be.
nation like
Yes.
sitting on the earth and I'm living here in Tequila. No.
But I think any nation, even just surrounding Wakanda, would be there because if they're, you know,
Like,
get
hey,
out of here. Come on
let me
now.
get into Zambia over here. let me like sneak into Tanzania so I can like just be close.
So yes, I agree that more black people should have exited there, but the only reason I'm like is we have no idea how their economy and their capitalist system work there. Like it could be a fucked up living. I mean, like I'm just being real. Like I look, I get it.
It's a vibranium based economy.
Yeah, I get it, and that's the exports and all that. Like it could be some real fuck shit going on that we don't know about. Like,
I mean, there are
a
people
good reason to think like why were people like trying to go there? Makes me think that people either they're not letting people in, so their immigration policy is probably strict as hell, which we know because they have force fields. The second part,
we also know because like. For example, if you were Japanese, like one of your parents is from Japan and you were born in another place, you can go to Japan and get citizenship. Now, Killmonger, they were like, no, you can't come over here. I don't care who your daddy is.
Yeah, because again, the Wakandans are kind of always the bad guys. They're a-holes.
Okay, all right, we can't blame them for the Killmonger thing. Now, the Namor thing, yes, you may have a point. Like we can't say, "Hey, you're the bad guys" because like you didn't save all those other black people that were stolen from this land and give them technology.
No, I'm not blaming them for that.
Let's back up. We're blaming them for not accepting the child of their brother.
Yes,
come on, man.
He's a royal family member.
That makes a whole nation a bad guy because one king decided to fuck that kid. Come on, man.
Listen,
come on, man. We're not gonna do this.
You're simplifying it too much. You're simplifying it too much. Okay.
Do this.
He abandoned his brother. He abandoned the prince in where I can't even remember now because
Oakland.
The
second worst city in America.
Okay. The brother deserved it. Yes. Killmonger, the son, did not. But the brother deserved it. He was given vibranium to jokers. Like that was the huge Wakanda no-no. So
T'Chaka should have just kidnapped him when he should have just taken everybody, kidnapped them. Let's go, son. Let's go.
Come
it's
live
fine.
Here with me
Kings do it all the time. They kidnap kids all the time.
Point. I don't know if Wakanda is the best place to live. When you talk about a king at one point was like, fuck them kids. We going home.
I mean, there are people who are like, we see in the movie, there were people who are like subsistence fishing. Like they're out there like fishing in these waters because that's their job to catch Wakandan fish because I guess they don't have like mass industrialized farms or whatever. I don't know.
Once again, I don't know if Wakanda is the best place that people would try to get there. Like, I didn't see nobody in Wakanda wearing no Jordans. I'm just going to point that out.
It doesn't
That's
matter.
A no-go for half the black population right there.
What do you mean I don't got no J's here? What are you talking about?
Hell, like the first movie, they made a joke about making sneakers. Half the black people is out after that. You're like, what? I can't be flat? Nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Where your Popeyes at? Like, what do you mean I don't got a
Popeyes? Oh god!
You ain't got no futuristic Cadillacs? Nah.
My stepdad would be definitely disappointed if there was no Buicks in Wakanda. Like, where the Buicks at?
No,
oh no, I'm going back to America.
No.